नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पाद पंकजम् गणनाथा गजवरना गणनाथा दीनबंधु ओ गणनाथा गजवरना गणनाथा दीनबंधु
गणनाथा गजवरना गणनाथा दीनबंधु
गणनाथा गजवरना गणनाथा दीनबंधु
गणनाथा गजवरना गणनाथा दीनबंधु
सेधी दाता शिव तनया
सेधी दाता शिव तनया
सेधी दाता शिव तनया
सेधी दाता शिव तनया
सिद्धि प्रदायक गजानना
सिद्धि प्रदायक गजानना
ओ सिद्धि प्रदायक गजानना
सिद्धि प्रदायक गजानना
पार्वती नंदन भव भय भंजन
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 युग युग वंदन जय श्री गणेशा
युग युग वंदन जय श्री गणेशा
ओ युग युग वंदन जय श्री गणेशा
युग युग वंदन जय श्री गणेशा
ओ गणनाथा गजवरना गणनाथा दीनबंधु
गणनाथा गजवरना गणनाथा दीनबंधु
ओ गणनाथा गजवरना गणनाथा दीनबंधु
गणनाथा गजवरना गणनाथा दीनबंधु
सेधी दाता शिव तनया
सेधी दाता शिव तनया
सेधी दाता शिव तनया
सेधी दाता शिव तनया
सेधी प्रदायक गजानना
सेधी प्रदायक गजानना
ओ सेधी प्रदायक गजानना
सेधी प्रदायक गजानना
बोलो पार्वती नंदन भव भय भंजन
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 युग युग वंदन जय श्री गणेशा
युग युग वंदन जय श्री गणेशा
ओ युग युग वंदन जय श्री गणेशा
युग युग वंदन जय श्री गणेशा
ओ गणनाथा गजवरना गणनाथा दीनबंधु
गणनाथा गजवरना गणनाथा दीनबंधु
ओ गजवरना दीनबंधु
गजवरना दीनबंधु
ओ गजवरना दीनबंधु
गजवरना दीनबंधु जगदम्बा देवी माता की जय उमापति महादेव की जय सच्ची सनातन धर्म की जय We propitiate worship to the divine goddess as we take flowers in our hand. Hari Om Sri Ganesha Namah Sri Saraswate Namah Sri Guru Charana Kamalebhyo Govinda Namo Namah शुक्लांबरधरं देवा शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजा प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ते प्रचोदयात् वक्रतुंडा महाकाय निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देवा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। ओम गं गणपतये नमः। सिद्धिविनायक गणेश भगवान की जय। मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुड़ध्वज मंगलम पार्वती नाथाय मंगलाय तनु हरि। We ignite the flames in our tears. दीप ज्योतिर पर ब्रह्मा दीप ज्योतिर जनार्दन दीपो हरत मे पापम दीपोऽयं प्रतिगृहीताम्। शुभं करोतु कल्याणम् आरोग्यं सुखसम्पदं मम शत्रु विनाशा दीप ज्योतिर नमोस्तुते। We place flowers around our diya and around our coconut. सिद्धि बुद्धि प्रदे देवी भुक्ति मुक्ति प्रदायिनी मंत्र मूर्ति सदा देवी माँ लक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते। We sprinkle water as we pray for purification. आप पवित्र पवित्र वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यस्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्ष स्वायं तरसुचे। We take grains and so we shower on the baby as we chant Namaha. Hrim Batuka Padwarana Kurukvatka Om Namah Shivaya. Hrim Batuka Padwarana Kurukvatka Om Namah Shivaya. Hrim Batuka Padwarana Kurukvatka Om Namah Shivaya. Om Shailaputre Namaha. Om Brahmachariणे Namaha. Om Shatakanta Namaha. Om Kushmata Namaha. Om Skandamata Namaha. Om Katyayane Namaha. Om Kalratri Namaha. Om Mahagauri Namaha. Om Siddhadatri Namaha. Om Namah Chandika Namaha. सर्वमंगलमांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरणे त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। We pray, O Mother Goddess, may you be pleased with us. मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया।
मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया।
मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया।
मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया।
दुर्गा मैया देवी मैया मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया। मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया।
मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया।
स्नानं चरावो दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो स्नानं चरावो दुर्गा मैया।
स्नानं चरावो दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो स्नानं चरावो दुर्गा मैया।
अर्घ्यं चरावो देवी मैया, मैं तो अर्घ्यं चरावो दुर्गा मैया।
अर्घ्यं चरावो देवी मैया, मैं तो अर्घ्यं चरावो दुर्गा मैया।
दुर्गा मैया देवी मैया मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया। मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया।
मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया।
वस्त्रं चरावो दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो वस्त्रं चरावो दुर्गा मैया।
वस्त्रं चरावो दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो वस्त्रं चरावो दुर्गा मैया।
रक्षा चरावो दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो रक्षा चरावो दुर्गा मैया।
रक्षा चरावो दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो रक्षा चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
दुर्गा मैया देवी मैया मैं तो पूजा करूंगी दुर्गा मैया। मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी दुर्गा मैया।
मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी दुर्गा मैया।
चंदन चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो चंदन चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
चंदन चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो चंदन चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
गंधम चढ़ाओ देवी मैया, मैं तो गंधम चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
गंधम चढ़ाओ देवी मैया, मैं तो गंधम चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
दुर्गा मैया देवी मैया मैं तो पूजा करूंगी दुर्गा मैया। मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी दुर्गा मैया।
मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी दुर्गा मैया।
हरदी चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो हरदी चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
हरदी चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो हरदी चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
कुमकुम चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो सिंदूर चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
कुमकुम चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो सिंदूर चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
दुर्गा मैया देवी मैया मैं तो पूजा करूंगी दुर्गा मैया। मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी दुर्गा मैया।
मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी दुर्गा मैया।
दुर्बम चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो दुर्बम चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
दुर्बम चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो दुर्बम चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
बेलपत्र चढ़ाओ देवी मैया, मैं तो बेलपत्र चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
बेलपत्र चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो बेलपत्र चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
नीम पत्र चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो नीम पत्र चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
नीम पत्र चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो नीम पत्र चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
दुर्गा मैया देवी मैया मैं तो नीम पत्र चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया। मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी दुर्गा मैया।
मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी, मैं तो पूजा करूंगी दुर्गा मैया।
माला चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो माला चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
माला चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो माला चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
पुष्पम चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो पुष्प चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
पुष्पम चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो पुष्पम चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
आरती चढ़ाओ देवी मैया, मैं तो आरती चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
आरती चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो आरती चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
सुनो मेरे देवी पर्वत वासिनी, तेरा पार न पाया, तेरा पार न पाया। बोलो
सुनो मेरे देवी पर्वत वासिनी, तेरा पार न पाया, तेरा पार न पाया।
पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल,
पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल,
सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल,
पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल,
मैं तेरे बीच चराया, मैं तेरे बीच चराया। बोलो सुनो मेरे देवी पर्वत वासिनी, तेरा पार न पाया, तेरा पार न पाया। बोलो सुनो मेरे देवी पर्वत वासिनी, तेरा पार न पाया, तेरा पार न पाया। देवी तेरा पार न पाया, देवी तेरा पार न पाया, देवी तेरा पार न पाया। नमो नमो दुर्गे सुखकरणी, नमो नमो अम्बे दुखहरणी। निरंकार हे ज्योति कुमारी, लोक पैनी उजियारी। शशिललाटे मुख महाविशाला, नेत्र लाले भृकुटी विकलाला। रूप माटी को अधिक सुतावे, दर्श करन जन ते सुख पावे। तुम संसार शक्ति लय कीन्हा, पान नहीं तुम अन्न दन दीना। अन्नपूर्ण होई जगपाला, तुम आदि हो सुंदरी बाला। प्रणय काल सब नाशनहारी, तुम गौरी शिव शंकर प्यारी। शिव योगी तुम्हारे गुण गावे, ब्रह्मा विष्णु तुम्हें नित्य ध्यावे। रूप सरस्वती का तुम्हारा, देश भूत ऋषि मुनि भारा। तरी रूप नरसिंह को अम्मा, प्रगट भई पर कीन विकम्मा। रक्षा करे प्रहलाद बजायो, हिरण्याक्ष को स्वर पछतायो। लक्ष्मी रूप नरो जग माही, श्री नारायण ने अंग समाणी। क्षीर सिंधु में करत विलासा, दया सिंधु दीजे मन आसा। हिंगलाज में तुम ही भवानी, महिमा अमित न जात पकानी। मातंगे भूमावती माता, भुवनेश्वरी भगला सुखदाता। श्री भैरव तारा जगतारिणी, चिन भवे वर दुख निवारिणी। हे हरिवाहन सोहि भवानी, लंगुर वीर चनत अभिमानी। कर में पर करत विलाजे, जाकु देख कादर ही बाजे। सोमे अस्त्र अस्त्र ही त्रिशूला, जाते उतर शत्रु ही शूला। नागकोट में तुम ही विराजत, त्रिभुलोक में डंका बाजत। शुंभ निशुंभ तानि तुम मारे, रक्त बीज संतन संबारे। महिषासुर निरत अभिमानी, जय अंबार में हे अनुकाली। रूप काल को काली उदारा, सेन सहित तुम ही संभारा। परिगर संतन पर जब जब, वैशती माँ तुम हो तब तब। अन्न बस हो लोका, तब महिमा सब रहे अशोका। बाल में है ज्योति तुम्हारी, तुम सदन पूजत नर नारी। प्रेम भक्ति से जो नर गावे, दुख दरिद्र निकट नहीं आवे। दानव तुम जो नर मन लाई, जन्म मरण तो की चुकी जाए। जोगी सुर मुनि कहत पुकारा, जोगन भोग बिन शक्ति तुम्हारा। शंकराचार्य तपकीन हो, काम क्रोध जीते सब लीनो। इस दिन ध्यान करो शंकर को, कहु काल नहीं सुमिरो तुमको। शक्ति रूप को मरण न पायो, शक्ति गई तब मन पछतायो। शरणागत हुई कीर्ति बखानी, जय 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 जगदम्ब भवानी। पय प्रसन्न आरी जगदम्बा, दे शक्ति नहीं कीन विकम्बा। मोको मातु कष्ट टिगेरो, तुम बिन कौन हरे दुख मेरो। आशा तृष्णा निपट सतावे, रिपु मूरख मुहियति डर पावे। शत्रुनाश कीजे महारानी, सुमिरो एक चित तुम ही भवानी। करहु कृपा हे मातु दयाला, रिद्धि सिद्धि दे करहु निराला। जब लग जियो दया पन पाओ, तुम बिनयाश में शरण सुनाओ। देवी चालीसा जो कोई गावे, सब सुख भोग परम पर पावे। मोको शरण शरण निज जाई, करहु कृपा जगदम्ब भवानी। करहु कृपा जगदम्ब भवानी, करहु कृपा जगदम्ब भवानी। ऐं ह्रीं क्रीं चामुण्डाय विचे,
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 चामुण्डाय विचे,
ऐं ह्रीं क्रीं चामुण्डाय विचे,
ऐं ह्रीं क्रीं चामुण्डाय विचे,
ऐं ह्रीं क्रीं चामुण्डाय विचे।
नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा। संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन कर्म वचन ध्यान जो लावे। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाय। रोषत वार पाठ कर होय, झूठे बंदि महासुख होय। ओम हरि मर्कट मर्कटाण, ओम नमस्तन्निकाण, ओम दुम दुर्गाण। ब्रह्मर्पणं ब्रह्मावे ब्रह्मगणो ब्रह्मणाहुतं, ब्रह्मागतेन घण्टाभ्यं ब्रह्मकर्मा समाधिना। नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि नैवेद्यं समर्पयामि भगवती देवी। नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि भगवती देवी, नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि भगवती देवी, नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। ब्रह्मर्पणमस्तु कृष्णार्पणम्। मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया।
मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया।
लब से चराओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो परसा चराओ दुर्गा मैया।
लब से चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो परसा चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
तांबूल चराओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो तांबूल चराओ दुर्गा मैया।
तांबूल चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो तांबूल चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
आचमन चढ़ाओ देवी मैया, मैं तो आचमन चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
आचमन चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो आचमन चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
दुर्गा मैया देवी मैया, मैं तो आचमन चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया। मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया।
मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया।
दक्षिणा चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो दक्षिणा चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
दक्षिणा चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो दक्षिणा चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
प्रार्थना चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो प्रार्थना चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
प्रार्थना चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया, मैं तो प्रार्थना चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया।
दुर्गा मैया देवी मैया, मैं तो प्रार्थना चढ़ाओ दुर्गा मैया। मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया।
मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया।
मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया।
मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया।
मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया।
मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया।
जगदम्बा माता की जय। Auntie Joan is going to do expressions of welcome this evening. मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया। मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी, मैं तो पूजा करूँगी दुर्गा मैया। जगदम्बा माता की जय।
Namaste, Seetahal. This being the 5th night of the Devi Yajna, I would like to take this opportunity on behalf of our spiritual leader, Pundit Sunil, Seetahal Maharaj, and all members of the foundation to extend a warm and cordial welcome to each and everyone present. Those who are viewing via the various media airways, the Facebook, welcome. Over the past 4 nights, Pundit has been talking about Adi Shakti, and I know tonight's discourse is going to be a very interesting one. So sit back, get yourself in a frame of mind to receive the discourse. Seetahal.
जग की रखवाली करनी वाली जगदम्बे मैया, महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली ओ जगदम्बे मैया।
रखवाली करने वाले जगदम्बे मैया, महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली ओ जगदम्बे मैया।
जग की रखवाली करनी वाली जगदम्बे मैया, महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली ओ जगदम्बे मैया।
जग की रखवाली करने वाले जगदम्बे मैया, महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली ओ जगदम्बे मैया।
ला 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 तेरी दया से जीते हैं मैया, तेरे भरोसे चलती है नैया।
दया से जीते हैं मैया, तेरी भरोसे चलती है नैया।
घर घर है सुख के हैं दीवाने, जगदम्बे मैया महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली। ओ जगदम्बे मैया जग की रखवाली करने वाले, जगदम्बे मैया महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली। ओ जगदम्बे मैया
जग की रखवाली करने वाले, जगदम्बे मैया महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली। ओ जगदम्बे मैया
ला 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 ला
ला ला ला ला ला ला ला ला ला ला
ला ला ला दुखियों के घर में सुख बरसारे, अंधियार घर में दिया जला रे।
दुखियों के घर में सुख बरसारे, अंधियारे घर में दिया जलाए।
सबको मिटारी रात्रि काली, जगदम्बे मैया महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली। ओ जगदम्बे मैया जग की रखवाली करने वाले, जगदम्बे मैया महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली। ओ जगदम्बे मैया
जग की रखवाली करने वाले, जगदम्बे मैया महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली। ओ जगदम्बे मैया
ला 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 ला
ला ला ला ला ला ला ला ला
ला ला ला चरणों में बेटे आस लगाए, विनती हमारे काली न जाए।
चरणों में बैठे आस लगाए, विनती हमारी खाली न जाए।
ले लो हे आरती की ताली, जगदम्बे मैया महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली। ओ जगदम्बे मैया
वाले करने वाले, जगदम्बे मैया महिमा तुम्हारी है निराली। ओ जगदम्बे मैया
ला 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 ला
ला ला ला ला
जगदम्बा देवी माता की जय। My adorations, my prostrations at the feet of all Brahman Devatas who have graced the Yajna this evening. This evening, before we listen to the Katha, I want you to turn to the person next to you and ask them, are you okay? Turn to them, ask them, are you okay? Take a minute to ask them, what kind of day did you have? Ask them. Ask them, you thirsty? Ask them. Tired? Ask them. Look at the person next to you and just smile, not sarcastically, with love. Smile to the person next to you. Show them a nice smile. And now, we prepare for Devi Katha. We prepare to listen to the Katha of the Divine Goddess, Raatri Devo Bhava. I pay obeisance at the lotus-like feet of my beloved Mata and all our Matas who are here this evening. Sing with me as we eulogize, as we glorify Devi Mata. Everybody sing with me. Janani Ma, Jai Jag Janani Ma,
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 Prema Vahini Ma,
Prem Bhagini Ma,
Prema Vahini Ma,
Prem Bhagini Ma,
Jnana Vahini Ma,
Jnana Vahini Ma.
Clap your hands, sing with everybody. Janani Ma, Jai Jag Janani Ma,
Janani Ma, Jai Jag Janani
sing with me everybody. Janani Ma, Jai Jag Janani Ma,
Janani Ma, Jai Jag Janani Ma.
Jnana Vahini Ma,
Jnana Vahini Ma,
Jnana Vahini Ma,
Jnana Vahini Ma,
Prema Vahini Ma,
Prem Vahini Ma,
Janani Ma, Jai Jag Janani 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 Ma.
Vidyavahini Ma,
Vidyavahini Ma,
Vidyavahini Ma,
Vidyavahini Ma,
Shaktivahini Ma,
Shaktivahini Ma,
Janani Ma, Jai Jag Janani 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 Ma.
Turn to the person next to you and ask them, do you know why we came to the yajna? Ask them. Do you know why we came to the yajna? Tell them we came to listen. Tell them we came to listen to the glories of. Tell them we came to listen to the glories of Janani Ma. Jai Jagat Janani Ma. Sing it, please.
Janani Ma. Jai Jagat Janani Ma.
Janani Ma. Jai Jagat Janani Ma.
Janani Ma. Jai Jagat Janani Ma.
Let's sing together, everybody. Janani Ma. Jai Jagat Janani Ma.
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 Prema Vahini Ma.
Prema Vahini Ma.
Prema Vahini Ma.
Prema Vahini Ma.
Jnana Vahini Ma.
Jnana Vahini Ma.
Janani Ma. Jai Jagat Janani 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 Ma. Jagadamba Mata ki. Jai Jagadamba Mata ki. Jagadamba Mata ki.
Jai Jagat Janani Ma.
Janani Ma. Jai Jagat Janani Ma. Janani Ma. Jai Jagat Janani Ma.
Janani Ma.
Sing with me, everybody. Janani Ma. Jai Jagat Janani. I want to hear you. Janani. Jai Jagat Janani Ma. Prema Vahini Ma. Prema Vahini Ma. Jnana Vahini Ma. Jnana Vahini Ma. With all your love. Janani Ma. Jai Jagat Janani Ma. Janani. Jai Jagat Janani Ma. Janani. Janani Ma. Jai Jagat Janani Ma. Oh Janani Ma. Jai Jagat Janani Ma. Jagadamba Mata ki Jai. Last night, our katha ended at that point where Daksh Prajapati and Pursuti Devi, both of them, they prayed to have a divine daughter. Praying, they seek advice from Lord Brahma himself. And so Lord Brahma gave the instruction to worship Adi Shakti. While praying to Adi Shakti out in the forest, thinking of nothing but devotion, not afraid of anything, not afraid of anyone, Adi Shakti appeared in front of them, as though she had 1,000 arms, and as though her face was radiant, as 1,000 suns shining at one time, wearing a beautiful blood-red sari, and having weapons in every one of those arms. And as she appeared, she smiled and she says to Daksha and Purusuti Devi, ask whatever it is you desire and I will grant unto you. And they requested, I want to have a daughter like you. The Devi says, I will come. I will come as your child in your kingdom. But there is a condition. Last night I said, there is always a condition. Nobody does anything for nothing. Is that true? Let me see you shake your head. Is that true? Sometimes you and I, we all guilty of that too. We do with expectance, expecting in return. And so, Daksha and Purusuti, what is your condition, O Devi? And she says, my condition is, anytime you mistreat me, I will leave your kingdom. I will flee from there. She appears in their kingdom as their daughter. And they name her Dakshinayani. But naming her Dakshinayani, from the minute that she could speak, all that is coming out of her mouth is what? Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Daksha thinks that this is not normal. He thinks that something is wrong with her. So what he does? He is seeking help. You and I and the ordinary mind, when the going gets tough, we always go in search of help. But very seldom we go to the real place. Very seldom we go to the place that we should go to. We're so caught up in believing hocus pocus. We like when somebody say light the candle and write the name. We like that kind of thing. When the Baba say light the diya and heart jod, pray, you don't like that. When the Baba say open the door, you don't like that because you know why? You have to bathe before you do that. That's the excuse. And we don't like that. We don't like anything that requires effort. We always want the quick fix. Baba, if I do the puja, everything will iron out quick. It's as though when you say Jai and you put up the jhandi, you expect the blessing to fall from above in a brown bag on your head. Boop. And that's how we pray. We always pray trying to dictate to Bhagwan what he should and should not do. And while it is important to think and to have a plan and to have a vision as to the direction in which you expect your life to go, always remember that though you expect and though you have plans, God has a plan. And nothing happens by guess, but it happens to your karma, your past karma, and the actions that you're performing now. And so Daksha and Purusuti, what is the condition, O Devi? Anytime I'm mistreated, I will flee from that kingdom. Thinking something is wrong with her, chanting Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Who they invite to help them with their problem? Narad Muni, who is problem himself, comes. Narad Muni enters into the kingdom, and as he comes in the kingdom, Narad Muni looks at the hands of Dakshinayani, and Narad Muni, recognizing who she was through her hands, Narad Muni started to read, but not what he is supposed to read. Narad Muni says, I see that she will get married, but she will get married to somebody who looks just like me. And Narad Muni is all about himself. In life, we live among many people who all they think about is them. In the Ramayana, Goswami Tulsidas ji says, when Hanumanji comes back from Lanka, when he stands before Bhagwan Shri Ram, Shri Ram tells me, what has your observation of Lanka been like? Tell me, what did you observe? And Hanumanji says, he says, I observed that the blind is leading the deaf. That is what I observed in Lanka. A man who has no vision, he is leading a multitude of people who are pretending to be deaf, though they are being forewarned that they will be destroyed. They are still following blindly like their blind leader. Hanumanji is telling. Daksha, hearing the words of Narad Muni, Daksha begins to laugh. And Daksha can't wait for the minute when Narad will leave, so that he will never invite him again. Have you ever had a visitor and you couldn't wait for them to leave? And in your mind you have already formulated, I will never invite them again. We are Trinidadians, and shake your head like this. Isn't it? Every one of us, we are guilty. Sometimes you invite people and you have to uninvite them. Have you ever done that before? Shake your head. Don't lie. You're in Yagya, the Devi looking at you. Daksha couldn't wait for when Narad Muni would leave. And as Narad Muni left, what will happen? Daksha decided to arrange a Swayamvar. And arranging this Swayamvar, all of the princes of all the neighboring towns came to that place. Dakshinayani is holding the mala and she is walking. And as Dakshinayani holds the mala and she is walking, all she is singing, Shambhu Mahadeva, Shiva Shambhu Mahadeva, Shambhu Mahadeva, Shiva Shambhu Mahadeva, O Shiva Har Shambhu Mahadeva,
O Shiva Har Shambhu Mahadeva.
Shiva 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 Shambhu, Hara 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 Shambhu. Sing with me, everybody.
Shiva 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 Shambhu, Hara 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 Shambhu.
Shiva 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 Shambhu, Hara 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 Shambhu.
Shiva 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 Shambhu, Hara 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 Shambhu.
Dakshinayani, she's holding this mala, and as she walks to and fro and she looks at the various princes that was invited, looking at them in their face, staring at them in their eye, she showed no interest. And showing no interest, they were all very disappointed. Becoming very disappointed, she too was disappointed. Because all she's looking for is her Shiva. All she's looking for is her Shiva. For she is Shakti. And wherever there is Shiva, you will find Shakti. And wherever there is Shakti, you will find Shiva. And so walking to and fro, calling the name of her Shiva, what will happen? Something happens. Can you remember? I told you last night. She becomes angry. She becomes frustrated. And out of anger and frustration, what do we do? How do we react? Out of anger and frustration, how do we react? Shiva, 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 Shambhu, Hara, 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 Shambhu. Sing with me, everybody.
Shiva 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 Shambhu, Hara 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 Shambhu.
Shiva, 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 Shambhu, Hara, 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 Shambhu.
Shiva 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 Shambhu, Hara 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 Shambhu.
Angry, she takes the mala and she flings the mala up in the air. And as she throws the mala up in the air, then out of nowhere, Dim dim taka taka dim dim na, 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 dim dim taka taka dim dim na. Baje damaru, baje Shiva Shankar, bajave damaru. Oh baje Shiva Shankar, bajave damaru. Dim dim taka taka dim dim na, dim dim taka taka dim dim na. Dim dim taka taka dim dim na. Baje damaru, baje Shiva Shankar, bajave damaru. Oh baje Shiva Shankar, bajave damaru. Out of nowhere, Lord Shiva appears. The mala falls around his neck and asking no questions what Lord Shiva will do. Anytime I feel disrespected, I will leave your kingdom. Lord Shiva holds the hand of Dakshinayani and takes her to the abode of the Devatas. Now that she goes to that place, what will happen? Her name changes. Just like the unmarried girl, her name changes when she becomes married. From Miss, she becomes not mistress or Mrs. She becomes Mrs. And so her name changes. And what is her new name? This is where our katha begins tonight. Durga Bhavani Ma, Jai Jai Ambe Ma.
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 Om Ya Kunne Tutusharahara Davalaya Supravasravita Ya Vina Vadadanda Mandarikraya Sveta Paramasana Ya Brahmachutar Shankara Pravitve Deve Saravandita Samam Paptu Saraswati Bhagavati Nisheshajadyapam Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Par Brahma Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. Om Namah Chandika Namah. Aim Aim Krim Chamdai Viche Namah. Shri Paramatmane Namah. दक्षिणानी का बहुत का स्थान करने वाले देख और क्या का रूप में जनते जाते हैं। उन्होंने का प्रमुख का राजकुमारी का देने वाले श्री भगवान शंकर की अमृत का क्या होते। उन्होंने का जान भूत जकार करने वाले शिवा का सकते का ओ अमृत का करने उसके तला त्रिष्कारा क्या होते। दुर्गा भवानी माँ जय जय अम्बे माँ।
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 As she leaves the kingdom of Daksha and Purusuti, going to Mount Kailash, how do you think Daksha and Purusuti, they feel about this? If you were them, how would you feel about this? If you were them, how would you feel about this? Everybody is shaking their head. If you were them, how would you feel about this? Mr. Maharaj, how would you feel about this? Daksha and Purusuti, they are upset. They are angry. Their daughter has left their kingdom and she has become wedded to some being that they did not approve of. Lord Shiva, he is comfortable for he now has the Shakti, the Devi with him. But Daksha, he is angry. But do you know who Daksha is angry with? Daksha is not angry with his daughter. Daksha is angry with Lord. We always blame the wrong person all the time. Is that true? I'm not asking you. Shake your head. Is that true? We never take wrong for children. They could be the worst, the wrongest, this. We still say they're right. True or not? Shake your head. We need to stop naming our children Avi and Rupa and Travi, and we need to stop naming our children. We need to name them Dulari. That's what we need to name them. Dulari and Sonalal, and that's what we need to name them, because that's how we treat them. We treat them with Dular. They do no wrong. They're never wrong. Never. And instead of creating children that will add value to society, we create children that become a menace to society. Because we do Larin. Huh? They don't work, never work a single day in their life, but smoking 2 packs of cigarette for the day. Huh? Somebody sneeze, you see? You know what that means? Never work a single day in their life, but by the rum shop Friday evening, drunk and scampering. Huh? Can't buy food for home, you know. Can't buy food for home. Can't do a single thing but wearing a brand name shoes, you know. You have to tiptoe and walk. It's so brand name that you have to tiptoe and walk because you don't want to mess it up. Huh? I came in the middle of the construction. I didn't plan to come, but I came. And I'm wearing a slipper and a short pants. And I'm not sure if the contractor knows who I am or doesn't know who I am. He came up to me and he says, "Excuse me, mister. You're in the wrong place at the right time." I said, "Okay." He said, "You need to come off this site. You need to leave here now." I said, "Excuse me?" He says, "Your attire doesn't permit you to be here. This is a danger zone. And if something happened to you, this is my site and I'm responsible for you." And in my mind, I said, I thought it was the opposite way. In my mind, I'm thinking, I thought it was the opposite way. But you see, we always have to be brought down to the reality that nothing is ours. Nothing belongs to us. What is ours today will be somebody else's own tomorrow. So while you have it today, make the best use of it. Enjoy it to the maximum. Because the time will come when we'll have to give it up. We'll have to renounce. Daksha becomes angry, upset, not with his daughter, but with Lord Shiva. And Daksha sits now, and Daksha begins to plot mentally. Where everything begins? Where does everything begin? Hello? Where does everything begin? In your mind. The desire to have a puja, it begins in your. The desire to have a yajna, it begins in your. The desire to come here this evening came with a thought in your mind. And because you fed that thought with positive energy, it manifested, and so you are able to come. Isn't it? Daksha becomes mad and he's angry, he's furious with Lord Shiva. But now he's plotting. He wants to plan against Lord Shiva to make Lord Shiva feel bad. We live in a world among people who they are just bent on trying to make you feel bad all the time. Well, I have some news for you this evening. A person's opinion belongs to them. It doesn't belong to you. And everybody is entitled to have an opinion. Do you know this? Everybody is entitled to have an opinion. Whether how good you are, they will still find a fault. And whether how bad you are, they will still find a fault. And whether how good you try to be, they will still criticize and condemn you. So you know what? The key to living a happy life is to learn how to take your 2 hands and do. Take your 2 hands and do. And take your 2 hands and your 2 foot and do. That's the key to living a happy life. Daksha. What he does? He's plotting in his mind. And what is he plotting? Listen, it tells us. Durga Bhavani Ma Jai Jai Ambe Ma
Durga Bhavani Ma Jai जय अम्बे मां।
दुर्गा भवानी माँ जय जय अम्बे माँ।
दुर्गा भवानी मां जय जय अम्बे मां।
उन्होंने का परम करने वाले देखो और भगवान शंकर के नहीं होते। देखो और स्मरण का इस अश्वमेध यज्ञ का करने वाले। देखो और सर्वदेवी सभी का राजा और रानी का देने वाले। जिसमें का बेटे आसन की सोना करने। जिसने का प्रथम देने वाले गणपति और कार्तिकेय देने वाले। उन्होंने का ब्रह्मा विष्णु देखते का और पत्नी का सरस्वती माता और लक्ष्मी देवी का वर्णन करने वाले। जिसमें का अपरंपार का लीजिए दक्षा। He now gave an invitation. He sent an invitation to the heavens and he sent an invitation on the earth. He invited the devatas to come to his abode and he invited the beings on the earth to come. And he sent invitations to them all. And sending the invitations, he invited Lord Brahma and Mata Saraswati. He invited Lord Vishnu and Mata Lakshmi. He invited Lord Indra and Indumati. And he invited all of the beings he selected and he invited. But he also invited the Rajas and the Ranis, the kings and the queens of all the neighboring towns to come. And so it was a Gala Yagya he was going to host. Sona ka asan. Sona means Sona ka asan. Sona means gold. Sitting on golden thrones. He created golden thrones for them to sit on. Have you ever sat on a golden chair before? Did you ever sit on a golden chair before? Why you are not telling the truth? You are sitting on a golden chair right now. It is all painted in gold. Are you not seeing? Actually, you see somebody sneeze again? Actually, that chair becomes very inferior when you sit on it. Do you know why? You are the gold sitting on that chair. You are the gold seated there. Daksha, he creates seats of gold and lines them up strategically. And on each seat, he puts the name of the various beings who are supposed to sit. It is well coordinated. Have you ever gone to a function and as you walk in, you see all the tables, right? Reserve, reserve, reserve. You sit down quite down in the back and after the function and the reserve table is still empty. And you laugh and you say in your mind, look, they're saving it for somebody and they never come. And I had to sit down quite by the toilet, down in the back. Daksha, he's proud, he's happy. But something happens. What is happening? Listen. फिर भी का देने वाले, उपस्थित का देने, पर का जो दिया करने वाले, देखो और भगवान शंकर का शामिल उन्होंने का मन करने हैं, देखो और कोशिश किया उसके का मान दिया करने वाले, चेतवन करने देखते का समारोह में केवल अंपर का अंपर मिलेंगे हैं। दुर्गा भवानी माँ जय जय अम्बे माँ।
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 Pushpak Viman, on the celestial chariots, they're now floating. And they're floating over Mount Kailash where Lord Shiva is. And floating over, it catches the attention of Lord Shiva and Devi Mata. And seeing the Pushpak Viman passing overhead, what will happen? Devi Mata becomes inquisitive. Have you ever heard that word inquisitive before? Inquisitive means what? Hello? Inquisitive. Miss, what does inquisitive mean? Miss, say. What's that, miss? Inquisitive, what does it mean? let's say concerned. Let's use a nice polished word, concerned. She becomes concerned. Where are they going? Sometimes we get concerned about things that shouldn't concern us. Is it? Let me see the head like this. Is it? And so she becomes concerned. And she calls out. She calls out, tell me where you are going, so beautifully dressed. I want to go too. Tell me. Don't you know? We're going to the home of Daksha. Your father, he's having a yajna. And so we are going to that place. We were all invited. She goes to Lord Shiva. And looking at Lord Shiva, she's telling Lord Shiva, what is she saying? Listen. उसने का शंकर के शक्ति स्वभाव करने वाले, का दक्षा के पिता उन्होंने का यज्ञ करने वाले, समान का तीर करने वाले, नहीं हो देवी नहीं हो, देख और समझ करने वाले, सुन होने का इनकर करने दिया का प्रेम है। दुर्गा भवानी माँ, जय जय अम्बे माँ।
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 She goes to Lord Shiva and she says, oh Shiva, oh Pati, everybody is going to my father's home. Can I go too? He says, did you hear what they said? They said that they were invited, so they are going. Were you invited? And she says, what you and I and everybody else will say, me need no invitation. I could go there anytime. Somebody ever said to you, you could come anytime. You don't need no invitation. They ever said that to you? Let me tell you, that's the worst invitation to ever receive. Never listen to that. Never believe that for 1 minute. Lord Shiva says, you will not understand, but I'm telling you that you should not go. And she says, well, I hear you. I'm listening to you. I'm not understanding what you're saying, but I'm still going. I'm still going. And so I don't need your permission to go to my father's home. I can go there. And she looks at him and she says, so you're not coming? She's asking Lord Shiva. She says, so you're not coming? And he says, I wasn't invited. Why will I go? Nobody invited me. The wife has a unique way of speaking to the husband in a tone to make him feel kind of bad, you know. You know? Boy, how it could look. They invite two away. If I go, they go ask me for you. As I go, I go tell them. And he said, tell them me I'm feeling too good now. And if I go and tell them that, they go, so you have COVID and I have COVID and I come to the thing. And everybody go ask me, wear my mask. Let me just go now. You go show your face and then we go come back home quick. Wife, have you ever done that before? Have to convince the husband to go? I find like when I say all of those things, somebody's sneezing. Lord Shiva says, I'm not going, I was not invited. She puts on her most beautiful clothing. She puts on her most beautiful ornaments and jewelry. She's beautifully dressed. And where is she going? Hey Jagat Pitar Bhagavan, हमें तो ज्ञान तू ईश्वर प्यारा, दुनिया में एक सहारा। हे जगत पिता भगवान, हमें तो ज्ञान तू ईश्वर प्यारा, दुनिया में एक सहारा। She bows to Lord Shiva. You're Jagadapita, the father of the entire creation, but I'm going to my earthly father, bless me. Lord Shiva says, I'm giving no blessing because I told you don't. Plenty of the bad things that happen because we support it, you know. Do you all know? And after you support it, and you realize it's going to blow up like a bomb. Then you go and you package it nice and put a bow on it and wrap it up nice, and now you want to present it to everybody around. So that just as you accepted it and it is already going to explode, everybody else has to accept it too. Huh? And that's generally. In life, that is general. She bows to the feet of Lord Shiva and he says, I am not blessing you. You are going without my blessing. Remember that. You're going without my blessing. She still goes. And as she enters, what will happen? She's greeted. How do you think she'll be greeted? Everybody is being greeted with a mala, an arti, and everybody is being escorted to their seats. And when she goes and she enters, Daksha looks at her in the eye. And you know what he says to her? Who invited you? Why did you come? Nobody invited you. How could you show up here? And he's asking her in front of everybody. How would you feel? How would you feel? Sometimes, just sometimes, people try to make you feel small and inferior. True or not? They do anything and everything possible to make you feel small and inferior. And that's why you have to emulate the life of the baji leaf. Ever see the baji leaf? When the rain falls, what happens? What happens? What happens? I was a little bit more wrong. So you know it would have roll off. Now I'm a little bit smaller. I don't know what will happen. I pay no heed anymore. And you too should pay no heed. I ignore totally. Anything that you make relevant becomes important. And anything that you place no emphasis on, it becomes insignificant, isn't it? And that's not only things, that's people too. And that's the sad truth, the sad reality. Long ago, you had to build a wall in front of you to block off people, a physical wall. In 2023, I want to teach you the intelligent thing. Build a mental wall. Build a mental wall and keep out anything and anybody that is preventing you from enjoying your existence and being happy. Because you could only share what you have. And if you keep the company of unhappy people, what will they give you? If you keep the company of people who they're constantly fighting with themselves, what will they teach you to do? They can't bring out the best in you. They can't polish you in any way. Daksha insults her, but she pays no heed to what she is hearing. And what she does? Listen to what she does. Durga Bhavani Ma Jai Jai Ambe Ma.
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 एक और भयंकर का क्रोध देवी का रूप धारण करने, आप कसका में उसके का कुंड आस्थान करने वाले, देकोर्मी का झोबे का करने वाले, समूह का हस्त का प्रत्युक्त करने वाले, देकोर शिवा दक्ष का विनाशने करेंगे, विनाश करने हैं। दुर्गा भवानी माँ जय जय अम्बे माँ।
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 She walks through this place and she notices that everybody's name is written on their seats. But she noticed that there is no name of Shiva, nor her name. And not saying it, she looks at her father and she says, so if my Shiva were to come, where will you put him to sit? And the father says, like you didn't hear, I didn't invite you and Lord Shiva. So there is no need to put any place for you to sit. And she was standing close to the Kund. You know what is the Kund? The Havan Kund. Standing close to the Kund. What will happen? Her Shakti, her energy, her power overfilled her. Her anger got the better of her. And so from inside she started to flame. You ever get mad? In Trinidad we say, I get fuming mad. Is it? Have you ever said that before? I get so mad, smoke started to come out my ears. Have you ever described your anger like that? Hello? You all never get so angry? Well, I probably a little younger than you. I get angry like that plenty time. And when you're young, you get angry for everything, eh? And anything. Do you all know? When you're young and inexperienced, you get angry for things you're not supposed to get angry for. And when you sit down and you look back, you say, here, I really waste my energy on that foolish thing. I was really vexed at that. Huh? That is what I allowed to make me angry. He says, you were not invited. And out of it, the anger, fire started to rage out of her. What can you do to control your anger? What do you do when you get angry? What do you do when you get angry? President, what do you do when you get angry? Zip your mouth? I have no zip. Monilal, what do you do when you get angry? Walk? When I vex, I can't function. Bunny, what do you do when you get angry? Eat. I could do that. Michael, when you get vexed, what do you do? Pray? Oh, I could do that too. I never thought about that. But you see, when you're angry, you're not thinking about praying, you know. When you're angry, you're thinking about industry. Huh? You're getting ready, charged to react. We live in a society where people, they don't listen to understand, they listen to react. And when you react, then you realize, you know, my reaction really wasn't what it was supposed to be. But you must be intelligent enough to say I'm sorry when you recognize you're wrong. Eh? And sometimes you have to say sorry even though you know you're not wrong too. Just to maintain peace. Do you know? Just to maintain shanti. To be peaceful. Daksha, seeing the anger in her and the rage, her body falls into the Havan Kund. And as her body falls into the Havan Kund, it doesn't just fall. It is energy personified falling in there. Can you imagine what will happen? Can you imagine what will happen? When they were constructing the aircraft, they had to find a material that if for some strange reason there was bad weather and lightning up there, that metal will not conduct or be attracted to the electricity from the lightning. Do you know? Did you know that? So they were very specific in the kind of material that they used to make the aircraft. Likewise in the ocean. Because when the lightning cracks, it doesn't always fall on the earth. Sometimes, most of the time, it falls in the... And even the ships and the vessels in the sea had to be made with a particular kind of material so that it will not conduct the electricity. You and I, we too, have to try to find that material and inject it into our very being so that when the negative energies come around us, we're able to prevent it from affecting us mentally and physically and otherwise. We have to find that which will help us to become strong and to cope with the challenges when they come before us. She falls to the ground. Boop, she falls. Have you ever fallen before? Anybody here ever had a fall? Hello? You know who else had a fall? Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty had a fall. You never know what it is like to have pain until you fall on your own. Somebody describes that to you, you'll never understand. But it happens to you, then you'll be able to understand. One day I had a fall on the step. I could hardly move. The doctor gave me 2 pain-killing injections. Nearly killed me instead. But then I had to go to the nursing home. Rukmin is driving me. I'm going for the scan and Kirk is doing the scan. Every hole she goes down in, I'm saying a different mantra. I'm quarreling with Hannah. And she said, well, you know what? You're getting me flustered. I don't know how to drive. I go to do the x-ray and then he says to me, the radiographer tells me, well, you had to go up on the table. I say, well, that is it, I did. I could hardly walk. You're telling me go up on the table. Then what is my predicament? I cannot go. He said, you take your time now. You want help? And you know to do the scan, you know you have to take off all your clothes. You have to wear this gown. And he said, you want me to lift up your leg to put you on the table? And in my mind, I say, move from by me. Because you see, the ego, though you are helpless and you can't help yourself, the ego doesn't permit you to admit that I need help. That's how the ego is designed. It doesn't permit you to admit that I need help. The ego always wants to be in charge. The ego always wants to be in authority. The ego always wants to be the boss. And so, as she falls to the ground, Lord Shiva hears this. He hears this and he knows what is happening. He appears in the Yagyashala. And as he appears in the Yagyashala, he doesn't appear calmly. He appears angry and ferocious, as though he is roaring with anger. And as he comes, she's lying on the floor with fire coming out of her body. We describe our pain. We say, I feel like a heat coming out my back. Have you ever said that before? I feel like a heat coming out my head. Have you ever said that before? I feel like a heat coming out from my kneecap. Have you ever said that before? When I say anything like that, the people in my group tell me, you know why is that? Lazy. The minute I complain and I say anything, they look at me and they say, you know what's that? Lazy. That's what they tell me. They say that is lack of movement, no circulation. Get up and help, stop talking. That's what they tell me. Actually, they never tell me that. Because I don't wait for them to tell me. I get up and I help. I do. I try to fill the void to the best of my ability. Lord Shiva appears. Dim dim taka taka dim dim na, dim dim taka taka dim dim na, dim dim taka taka dim dim na, dim dim taka taka dim dim na. Baje damaru, baje Shiva Shankar bajave damaru. Oh, baje Shiva Shankar bajave damaru. Dim dim taka taka dim dim na, dim dim taka taka dim dim na, dim dim taka taka dim dim na. Baje damaru, baje Shiva Shankar bajave damaru. Oh, baje Shiva Shankar bajave damaru. All of the beings in the yajna, seeing Lord Shiva appearing, they stand up and they put their hands together. And standing and putting their hands together, they become frightened. Some of them, they begin to run. You know your true friends, not in your happy moments, but you know your true friends in your time of trouble. Then is when you figure out who your true friends are. Do you know? The minute it have celebration, everybody up in front, you know. The minute it have work and you have trouble and you have distress, is yours by yourself. Do you know? I go to the puja this morning in Shagwanas for 5:30 this morning. And the mama says, she said, Baba, you have to give me a little while, you know. I'm making the parsad. I say, well, Mama, you go and get ready and I will make the parsad. She said, really? I said, yes, you go. I will make the parsad. She said, you had to make road to her. I say, okay, Mama, I'll make the road. She said, you had to make lapsi. I say, okay, Mama. She said, you could patch the rice. I say, okay, Mama. She said, I did really want to roll the laddu and I didn't get to roll it. While you're patching the flour, you could roll the laddu. I said, okay, Mama, you go. And in my mind, I'm rolling the laddu and I say, but Mama, where everybody? Mama didn't tell them that the puja is so early. In my mind, I say, why Mama didn't buy laddu in the puja store? And I'm rolling the laddu. Something I didn't do in a long time. Because Cindy spoiled us, Nadira spoiled us, Chiki spoiled us, Kusum spoiled us. So we no longer have to make suhari, and they do that. And I really don't like to make suhari. I don't know, mentally, like, I don't like to do it. But if I have to do it, well then fine. And I could do it. I could do it. So Swami looked at me and he said, I will fix up inside, you fix up outside. I saying home I will get Ishwar to come and turn the parsad. And look how I had to turn it myself. And I had to roll laddu while I patch in flour. And I say, this is real karma. So when the puja is done, I say, so Mama, where is everybody? She say, Baba, them don't come to reading, them just come to feeding. And I started to laugh. But it is so true that when the time comes to peel the pumpkin and peel the shatain and to do the preparation, nobody shows up. But when they come, they say, hey, I could get a little bit of curry. I ain't cooked before I come, you know. And I tell them I could bring a little bit of chana. And we pack up and we carry. It is imperative upon all of us to know that when we go to puja and when we go to yajna and when we go to the places of worship and we take our hands and we help, we're burning away our karma. We're getting rid of our pap, our sins. There is a man who comes and fixes the chair every day that you are sitting on. There is a man that comes every day and takes his blower and blow the entire place. There is a man who comes and he fixed the thali for everybody to sit down and do the puja. And everything that you do with your hand, you get the blessing for. I could tell you a million times that if you come and you just sit down there and you take up everything and offer it and you offer it and you offer it and you didn't take the time to get anything and to offer anything and to bring anything from your own home, then you get zero blessing. But I could only tell you that. I could only remind you of that. And still you will come. And still you will see the little bit of dupka and you say, only that. The hands that serve, they're greater than the lips that. The hands that do, they're greater than the lips that pray. Always remember that. Do what you can. Make the difference. Be the change. One person wrote on the live, why will you use the phone camera to do the Aarti? What is light? Where is light? If I were to take off the physical lights here and I hold up the diya, would you see? Would you see? If I were to put on the diya and I put on the torchlight on my phone, will you see? What is it geared at? It is geared at giving light. But you can't give light to beings who are in darkness. And they are only plunged in the darkness of their own ignorance. Because you are not receptive to change. And we have to grow with time. Scripture says to us in the very beginning of every text that we read, because of place, date, time, situation, and circumstances, you do what you can to the best of your ability. But then again, we live in a world where your best will never be good enough. Your best will never be good enough. And people who do zero find the greatest faults. People who are significant as zero open their mouth and try to tarnish character of people who try to lift themselves and lift those around them. Lord Shiva, seeing her on the floor, Lord Shiva lifts her body. And Lord Shiva doesn't just lift her body. He lifts her body and he begins to dance out of anger. Out of anger, he's dancing. You ever thought about dancing when you're vexed? Well, hope to God the people I vex with not close to me when I'm dancing. Because you know you have to do moves. Lord Shiva begins to dance. And as Lord Shiva begins to dance, what will happen? The devatas begin to flee. They run away from that place. Agarbam, 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 bam, bam, 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 agarbam, bam, bam, bola bajave damaru. Agarbam, bam, bam, bola bajave damaru. Agarbam, bam, bam, bola bajave damaru. Bajave damaru, 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 bajave damaru. Shiva bam 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 bola 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 bajave damaru. Agar bam 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 bam. Agar bam 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 bam. Agar bam 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 bam. Agar bam bam bam. कोई चरावे पान फूल, कोई चरावे माला, 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 कोई मांगा मांगरे, कोई अंको का शिवा बम 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 बोला बजावे डमरू. 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 अगर बम मगर बम मगर बम बम बम. Agar bam 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 bam. Agar bam 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 bam. Agar bam 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 bam. Lord Shiva lifts the body of the divine goddess, and Lord Shiva begins to go from place to place. He is carrying her everywhere, and he is crying. He is unhappy. The pain of separation, the pain of the separation called death, is a painful one. That there are no amount of words that you can use to describe that, isn't it? And only when you have experienced that, then you know what the feeling is like. Only when you have experienced it on your own, then you know what that feeling is like. Lifting this body and walking everywhere with it, what will happen? The devatas became very concerned. They became very concerned because of the attachment that Lord Shiva shared with this lifeless body, the body of the Devi. And so holding her and taking her everywhere, what will happen? Lord Vishnu decides to intervene. When there is a death, nobody should tell you, don't cry. When there is a death, nobody should be allowed to tell you, don't grieve. When there is the death and there is separation, nobody should tell you that the hurt, the pain will just disappear, because it never disappears. It will never disappear. I'm telling you from experience. I go to the bank one day and I meet with the bank manager at that time, Auntie Annette. Auntie Annette in tears. And you know why she's crying? Auntie Annette has a pet goat, and the goat has gone missing. The goat has gone missing, and she is crying for the goat. Crying. I look at her, I say, Auntie Annette, you okay? She said, no. I said, who died? She said, worse than that. I said, what could be worse than that? Why are you looking so? She said, my goat. I said, your goat? What happened to your goat? She said, I don't know, it's missing. I said, missing? She said somebody stole the goat, and she is crying because of the attachment that she shares with the animal. And you and I, we would laugh at that. Because you know why? We don't know the emotion that she shared with her animal. And there are people who love their dog. Actually, there are some husbands who treat the dog better than they treat their children. There are some children who treat the pet in the cage better than they treat their own brothers and sisters and things. You all know? Shake your head so. And so, Lord Vishnu becomes very concerned about his grief, and becoming very concerned. What will happen? He does something. हमने जग की जब तस्वीर देखी, एक हंसता है 10 रोते हैं। ये प्रभु की अद्भुत तारीर देखी, एक हंसता है 10 रोते हैं। हमने हंसते मुकरे 4 मिले, दुखियारे चेहरे 1000 मिले। हमने हंसते मुकरे 4 मिले, दुखियारे चेहरे 1000 मिले। यहाँ सुख से सौंप मितीर रेगी, एक हंसता है 10 रोते हैं। हमने जग की जब तस्वीर देखी, एक हंसता है 10 रोते हैं। Lord Vishnu, he becomes very concerned, and Lord Vishnu goes to Mount Kailash, and visiting the realm of Lord Shiva, he says, "Oh Lord Shiva, I've come here to bring aid to you, to free you from this attachment." And Lord Vishnu creates a replica of his chakra, and he tells Lord Shiva, place the body of the Devi here. And as Lord Shiva places the body of the Devi on the chakra, Lord Vishnu sets it free, and down on the earth it falls. As it falls with the chakra on the earth, parts and fragments of the body fall in different directions. 51 parts fall in different directions. And then the ornaments and gems of the jewelry, they too fall. And each one of them create a place that is called a peet, Devi peet, forming 64 forms of the divine goddess. It falls onto the earth. When we have the yajna, the Baba says to you, you need to find a baby that is triangle in shape. Why? She is Trayambike Gauri, the Devi who is worshipped through the medium of this shape, the triangle. And in that baby you must consecrate 64 flags, representing the 64 manifestations of the Devi herself. But it must be placed close to the Havan Kund. It must be placed close to the Havan, where the Havan is. That's why we put that little triangular baby just next to the Havan Kund. Do you all know? Not because of convenience, you know, but because this is what is written scripturally. In the puja, in the yajna, we refer to it as Chatushta Yogini, the 64 forms of the Devi, the goddess. And so each fragment formed a different Devi. But now that this has happened, what has happened to Adi Shakti? Which manifestation will she now take? How will she now manifest? What will happen? Tomorrow evening we will listen to what the Devi Bhagavad tells us. दो एक सुखी हलाकों में आंसू ही करो को आंखों के। दो एक सुखी हलाकों में आंसू ही करो को आंखों के। हमने जिन जिन हर तकदीर देखी, एक हंसता है 10 रोते हैं। हमने जग की जब तस्वीर देखी, एक हंसता है 10 रोते। कुछ बोल प्रभु ये क्या माया, तेरा खेल समझने ना आया। कुछ बोल प्रभु ये क्या माया, तेरा खेल समझने ना आया। हमने देख महल पतीर देखी, एक हंसता है 10 रोते हैं। हमने जग की जब तस्वीर देखी, एक हंसता है 10 रोते हैं। सर्वत्र समायुक्तम सुगंधिम निर्मलम जनम, आचमनम्यादत्त गृहाणा परमेश्वर, आचमनम समर्पयामि। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। इदं गात्रेदं नाम मम। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। इदं गात्रेदं नाम मम। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। इदं गात्रेदं नाम मम। हमने जग की जब तस्वीर देखी, एक हंसता है 10 रोते हैं। हमने जग की जब तस्वीर देखी, एक हंसता है 10 रोते हैं। 9 times we offer. ओम कत्याणाय विद्महे कनकुमारी धीमहि तन्नो भगवते प्रचोदयात्। ओम कत्याणाय विद्महे कनकुमारी च धीमहि तन्नो भगवते प्रचोदयात्। 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 ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम सर्वदेवी सर्वदेवता नमः। ओम सर्वेभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो नमः। त्रिशैस त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव वन्दना मृत्योर्मोक्षमामृतात्। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् भवेत् स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स्वाहा। दो एक सुखी हलाकों में आंसू ही करो को आंखों के। दो एक सुखी हलाकों में आंसू ही करो को आंखों के। हमने जिन जिन हर तकदीर देखी, एक हंसता है 10 रोते। हमने जग की जब तस्वीर देखी, एक हंसता है 10 रोते। ओम आचमनीं समर्पयामि वनस्पतिर्सुरभूतो गन्धार्यो गणरूतमः आग्रे सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिगृहीताम्। Stretch your hands. ओम अनलाय नमः अनलाय नमः अनलाय नमः। दो एक सुखी हलाकों में दुखियारे चेहरे हजार मिले। This has brought us to the end of our devotions this evening. We want to remind you that the yajna continues. On Thursday evening, a murti of Durga Devi will be placed in the ocean. On Thursday evening, we will do the Visarjan of the murti. I'm urging you, come, make your offerings. Don't leave without going to the Mother Goddess Durga. Tell her, ask her, offer your petitions to her. There are many people who would have called and messaged and wondered if they could come during the day. Of course you can come during the day. Come during the day, bring your mala, bring your offerings, come during the day. This is a mandir with a difference. The doors of this mandir is going to be open all the time. And in here, we're going to have activities all the time. Not sometimes, all the time. When Bhagwan becomes a part of your life, then life becomes smooth sailing. The motto of the Ganesh Utsav Foundation is service to God through man. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, service to God is service to man. And when man is served, God becomes happy. And when our work on the earth becomes service to God through man, all things are added unto us. So says Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. And this is the proverb, this is the teaching, this is the following of the Ganesh Utsav Foundation. You're free to come, you're free to worship, you're free to express yourself in devotion towards Bhagavati Mata. This evening, I want to remind you that coming quickly is Hanuman Jayanti. We will be celebrating Hanuman Jayanti. Tomorrow I will tell you what we are doing for Hanuman Jayanti. We're going to do 108 Hanuman Pujas right here. We're going to do 108 Hanuman Pujas right here. And so tomorrow we will give the details after I have the discussion with the president and she tells me exactly how she wants it planned. Then we're going to go forward with Hanuman Jayanti. So the Ganesh Utsav Foundation comes first before anything and anybody else. Home first. So this evening, I want to remind you, please come to the Murti of the Divine Goddess. And before you stand for the Aarti, I want you to fidget a little in your bag and find your phone. We're going to wave the Aarti tonight through the medium of your light. People who are in darkness would never like light. The key to living a happy life is not to plan to make everybody around happy, but to make yourself happy while you exist. Find your torchlight, everybody. Pull out your phone. Tonight we dedicate our Aarti to Shri, who came. Shri, we're dedicating the Aarti to you this evening. Let us all stand as we join in the closing Aarti. Find your phone. सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया बोलो
मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया
बोलो सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया
सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया
पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल
पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल
पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल
पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल
रे तेरे बीच चराया रे तेरे बीच चराया बोलो
सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया
सुआ चोर तेरे अंग विराजे
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 सर तिलक लगाया सर तिलक लग बोलो
सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया
बोलो सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया
सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया, तेरा पार न पाया।
धूप दीप नैवेद्य आरती,
धूप दीप नैवेद्य आरती,
धूप दीप नैवेद्य आरती,
धूप दीप नैवेद्य आरती।
मोहन भोग लगाया, मोहन भोग लगाया। बोलो सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी, तेरा पार न पाया, तेरा पार न पाया। बोलो सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी, तेरा पार न पाया, तेरा पार न पाया।
सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी, तेरा पार न पाया, तेरा पार न पाया।
दानु भगत मैया तेरे गुण गावे,
दानु भगत मैया तेरे गुण गावे,
धन्य भगत मैया तेरे गुण गावे,
धन्य भगत मैया तेरे गुण गावे।
मन वांछित फल पाया, मन वांछित फल बोलो।
सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी, तेरा पार न पाया, तेरा पार न पाया।
बोलो सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी, तेरा पार न पाया, तेरा पार न पाया। बोलो
सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी, तेरा पार न पाया, तेरा पार न पाया।
जगदम्बा देवी, जगदम्बा देवी, जय 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 जगदम्बा देवी,
जगदम्बा देवी, जगदम्बा देवी, जय 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 जगदम्बा देवी,
जगदम्बा देवी, जगदम्बा देवी, जय 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 जगदम्बा देवी,
जगदम्बा देवी, जगदम्बा देवी, जय 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 जगदम्बा देवी,
जगदम्बा देवी, जगदम्बा देवी, जय 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 जगदम्बा देवी, जगदम्बा देवी, जगदम्बा देवी, जय 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 जगदम्बा देवी,
जगदम्बा देवी, जगदम्बा देवी, जय 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 जगदम्बा देवी।
शंकर शिवा, शंकर शिवा, शंभु महादेव शंकर शिवा। बोलो
शंकर शिवा, शंभो महादेव शंकर शिवा,
शंकर शिवा, शंकर शिवा, शंभु महादेव शंकर शिवा,
शंकर शिवा, शंकर शिवा, शंभो महादेव शंकर शिवा।
शंकर गुरु, शंकर गुरु, शंकर भक्त बाली शंकर गुरु,
शंकर गुरु, शंकर गुरु, शंकर भगवत बाल शंकर गुरु।
नन्दी वाहन शंकर शिवा,
नंदी वाहन शंकर शिवा,
नन्दी वाहन शंकर शिवा,
नंदी वाहन शंकर शिवा।
बोलो शंकर शिवा,
बोलो शंकर शिवा,
नागा भोजन शंकर शिवा,
नागा भोजन शंकर शिवा,
नागा भोजन शंकर शिवा,
नागा भोजन शंकर शिवा।
ओ शंकर शिवा, शंकर शिवा, शंभु महादेव शंकर शिवा,
शंकर शिवा, शंकर शिवा, शंभो महादेव शंकर शिवा,
शंभु महादेव शंकर शिवा। जगदम्बा माता की, जगदम्बा माता की, जगदम्बा माता की।
शंभो महादेव शंकर शिवा,
शंभु महादेव शंकर शिवा, शंभु महादेव शंकर शिवा। असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय, मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय। मंत्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं सुरेश्वरी, यत्पूजितं मया देवी परिपूर्णं तरस्तमे। मा ओ मा माँ, जय जय माँ. Tonight, stretch your hands to her. Stretch out your hands to her. Ask her. Talk to her. Pray to her. Don't block the Devi. Ashish, you don't block the Devi. Stretch out your hands to the Devi. Let's pray to the Divine Goddess with faith and with love and with devotion. Be pleased with us, O Ma. Be pleased with us. Ma, O Ma, Devi Ma, Durga. Follow to her tonight. Ma, O Ma, Devi Ma. Take all troubles away. Take all problems away. Take away all distresses. Give us strength. Give us fortitude. Ma, help us to cope with our challenges. We beg of you, O Devi. Listen to our prayer, O Ma. We offer our children in your care, O Devi. We offer our homes in your care. We offer our relationships in your care, O Devi. We offer our finances to you, O Devi. We offer our situations to you, O Devi. Ma, take control. Take charge. We beg of you, O Devi. Listen to our prayer. We pray for Pitras, wherever their souls are. May those souls be blessed, O Devi. We beg of you. Listen to our prayer. With conviction, we bow to you, Ma. Knowing that you have taught us in the Devi Bhavat, that you will never send us back empty-handed, O Ma. We bow to you, Ma. We're stretching out to you, Ma. We're reaching out to you, Devi. Listen to our prayer, Ma. Ma, Devi, listen to our prayer. Listen to our prayer. Jagadodarini Mata Durga, Jagadodarini Ma, Jagadodarini Mata Durga, Jagadodarini Ma. Jago jago ma, jago jago ma, jago jago ma janani. Jago jago ma, jago jago ma, jago jago ma janani. Jagadodarini Mata Durga, Jagadodarini Ma. Pray to her tonight. Jagadodarini Mata Durga, Jagadodarini Ma. Jago jago ma, jago jago ma, jago jago ma janani. Jago jago ma, jago jago ma, jago jago ma janani. Jago jago ma, jago jago ma, jago jago ma janani. Tvameva mata Pita Tvameva, chant with me. Tvameva bandhu, Tvameva vidya dravinam, Tvameva, Tvameva mama deva deva. Pray with me, everybody. Tvameva mata Pita, Tvameva bandhu, Tvameva vidya, Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Om Shanti Om. Pray for peace, everybody. Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. Jagadamba Mata ki, Satya Sanatan Dharma ki. Don't each other, tell each other with love. Devi Mata bless you. Durga Bhavani Ma, Jai Jai Ambe Ma.
Durga Bhavani Ma, Jai Jai Ambe Ma.
दुर्गा भवानी माँ जय जय अम्बे माँ
दुर्गा भवानी माँ जय जय अम्बे माँ
दुर्गा भवानी माँ जय जय अम्बे माँ. Turn to the person next to you, in front of you and behind you, and tell them, see you tomorrow. Tell them. Jagadamba Mata Ki Jai. Let us all be seated. The Aarti is going to come. The Panchamrit is going to come quickly. Can the ladies of the group please pass the Aarti quickly? Can Sasi and the ladies of the group please go and pass the Aarti quickly? And as the Aarti is coming to you, the Parsad will come to you right where you are seated. Please remain seated. Andy, 1 minute. The Parsad will come to you right where you are. Please remain seated. Let us sing to the Divine Goddess. Everybody, sing with me. Bolo Kali Bhavani Amme Ma. Bolo Kali Bhavani Amme Ma.
Ambe Ma. Bolo Kali Bhavani Ambe Ma.
Bolo Kali Bhavani Amme Ma. Bolo Kali Bhavani Ambe Ma.
Bolo Kali Bhavani Ambe Ma. Bolo Kali Bhavani Ambe Ma.
Suno Jagadambe Karat Vilambe.
Suno Jagadambe Karat Vilambe.
Suno Jagadambe Karat Vilambe.
Suno Jagadambe Karat Vilambe.
हाथ जोर बंदार बरे, हाथ जोर बंदार बरे. बोलो काली भवानी अम्बे माँ. बोलो काली भवानी अम्बे माँ. बोलो काली भवानी अम्बे माँ.
बोलो काली भवानी अम्बे माँ. बोलो काली भवानी अम्बे माँ.
पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल.
पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल.
पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल.
पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल.
ने तेरे बीच भंडार बरे, ने तेरे बीच भंडार बरे. बोलो काली भवानी अम्बे माँ. बोलो काली भवानी अम्बे माँ. बोलो काली भवानी अम्बे माँ.
बोलो काली भवानी अम्बे माँ. बोलो काली भवानी अम्बे माँ.
बोलो काली भवानी अम्बे माँ. बोलो काली भवानी अम्बे माँ.
बोलो काली भवानी अम्बे माँ. बोलो काली भवानी अम्बे. दुख हरो हमार, दुख हरो हमार. जय जगदम्बा भवानी.
दुख हरो हमार, दुख हरो हमार. जय जगदम्बा भवानी.
ओ दुख हरो हमार, दुख हरो हमार. जय जगदम्बा भवानी.
दुख हरो हमार, दुख हरो हमार. जय जगदम्बा भवानी.
ओ जय जगदम्बा भवानी मैया. जय जगदम्बा भवानी मैया. दुख हरो हमार, दुख हरो हमार. जय जगदम्बा भवानी.
दुख हरो हमार, दुख हरो हमार. जय जगदम्बा भवानी.
ओ दुख हरो हमार, दुख हरो हमार. जय जगदम्बा भवानी.
दुख हरो हमार, दुख हरो हमार. जय जगदम्बा भवानी.
चाहे करम रो बाजे बजाए, चाहे करम रो बाजे बजाए.
चाहे करम रू बाजे बजाए, चाहे करम रू बाजे बजाए.
अरे चाहे करम रो बाजे बजाए, चाहे करम रो बाजे बजाए.
चाहे करम रू बाजे बजाए, काहे करम रू बाजे बजाए.
अरे नाचे कत भमवा के बम. नाचे कत भमवा के बम. दुख हरो हमार, दुख हरो हमार. जय जगदम्बा भवानी.
दुख हरो हमार, दुख हरो हमार. जय जगदम्बा भवानी.
दुख हरो हमार, दुख हरो हमार. जय जगदम्बा भवानी.
दुख हरो हमार, दुख हरो हमार. जय जगदम्बा भवानी.
देवी जय जगदम्बा भवानी मैया. जय जगदम्बा भवानी मैया. दुख हरो हमार, दुख हरो हमार. जय जगदम्बा भवानी.
दुख हरो हमार, दुख हरो हमार, जय जगदम्बा भवानी।
दुख हरो हमार, दुख हरो हमार, जय जगदम्बा भवानी।
दुख हरो हमार, दुख हरो हमार, जय जगदम्बा भवानी।
ओम जय श्री मंगला काली भद्रकाली कपालिनी, हरि दुर्गा क्षमा शिवा दात्री, स्वाहा स्वधा नमोस्तुते। पूजा करले माता, पूजा करले, पूजा करले
माता, पूजा करले,
पूजा करले माता, पूजा करले,
पूजा करले माता, पूजा करले।
हमने भद्रकाली माता में पूजा करले, हमने
भद्रकाली माता में पूजा करले,
हमने भद्रकाली माता में या पूजा करले, हमने भद्रकाली
माता में पूजा करले।
ओ पूजा करले माता, पूजा करले,
पूजा करले माता, पूजा करले,
पूजा करले माता, पूजा करले,
पूजा करले माता, पूजा करले।
हमने भद्रकाली माता में पूजा करले,
हमने भद्रकाली माता में पूजा करले,
हमने भद्रकाली माता में या पूजा करले,
हमने भद्रकाली माता में पूजा करले।
हे शुम्भ निशुम्भ धीर से मारा, धीर से
मारा, धीर से मारा,
महिषासुर, महिषासुर मारा,
सासुर मारा, सासुर मारा।
मेरी अम्मा, मेरी अम्मा, मेरी अम्मा माँ, मेरी अम्मा, मेरी अम्मा, मेरी अम्मा माँ। पूजा करले माता, पूजा करले,
पूजा करले माता, पूजा करले,
पूजा करले माता, पूजा करले,
पूजा करले माता, पूजा करले।
हमने भद्रकाली माता में या पूजा करले, हमने भद्रकाली माता में या पूजा करले। धनवाचा मुन्ना माता करनाशा, माता करनाशा, रक्त को बीच महिषासुर मारा, महिषासुर मारा,
महिषासुर मारा।
ओ मेरी अम्बा, मेरी अम्बा, मेरी अम्बा माँ,
मेरी अम्बा, मेरी अम्बा, मेरी अम्बा माँ।
ओ मेरी अम्बा, मेरी अम्बा काली माता माँ,
मेरी अम्बा, मेरी अम्बा काली माता माँ।
हे पूजा करले माता, पूजा करले,
पूजा करले माता, पूजा करले,
पूजा करले माता, पूजा करले,
पूजा करले माता, पूजा करले।
हमने भद्रकाली माता में या पूजा करले,
हमने भद्रकाली माता में पूजा करले।
तू ही ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेशा,
विष्णु महेशा, विष्णु महेशा।
तू ही नारद सारद शेषा, सारद
देशा, शारद देता।
ओ काली माता, काली माता, काली माता माँ, काली माता, काली माता, काली माता माँ, ओ काली माता, काली माता, काली माता माँ,
काली माता, काली माता, काली माता माँ।
हे पूजा करले माता, पूजा करले, पूजा करले माता, पूजा करले, पूजा करले माता, पूजा करले,
पूजा करले माता, पूजा करले।
हमने भद्रकाली माता में या पूजा करले,
हमने भद्रकाली माता में पूजा करले,
हमने भद्रकाली माता में या पूजा करले,
हमने भद्रकाली माता में पूजा करले।
तू ही ब्रह्मा जीव और काया,
शिव और काया, शिव और काया।
यही जगमग जगत तेरी माया,
जगत तेरी माया, जगत तेरी माया।
ओ मेरी माता, मेरी माता, मेरी माता माँ,
मेरी माता, मेरी माता, मेरी माता माँ।
ओ मेरी माता, मेरी माता, मेरी माता माँ,
मेरी माता, मेरी माता, मेरी माता माँ।
ओ पूजा करले माता, पूजा करले,
पूजा करले माता, पूजा करले,
पूजा करले माता, पूजा करले,
पूजा करले माता, पूजा करले।
हमने भद्रकाली माता में या पूजा करले,
हमने भद्रकाली माता में पूजा करले,
हमने भद्रकाली माता में या पूजा करले,
हमने भद्रकाली माता में पूजा करले,
हमने भद्रकाली माता में या पूजा करले,
हमने भद्रकाली माता में पूजा करले।
अरे काली भवानी माँ, दुर्गा सरस्वती माँ, काली भवानी माँ, दुर्गा सरस्वती माँ, काली भवानी माँ, दुर्गा सरस्वती माँ,
काली भवानी माँ, दुर्गा सरस्वती माँ।
ओ काली भवानी माँ, सरस्वती माँ, काली भवानी माँ दुर्गा सरस्वती माँ, काली भवानी माँ दुर्गा सरस्वती माँ, काली
भवानी माँ दुर्गा सरस्वती माँ।
सिंह चढ़े देवी गणरी कयावे, फूल चढ़े देवी गणरी कयावे, सिंह चढ़े देवी गणरी कयावे, फूल चढ़े देवी गणरी कयावे, बोलता अमृत बानी माँ तू सदियो ने महासती, देवी भवानी माँ दुर्गा सरस्वती माँ, काली
भवानी माँ दुर्गा सरस्वती माँ,
बोलो काली भवानी माँ दुर्गा सरस्वती माँ,
काली भवानी माँ दुर्गा सरस्वती माँ,
बोलो काली भवानी माँ दुर्गा सरस्वती माँ,
काली भवानी माँ दुर्गा सरस्वती माँ,
बोलो काली भवानी माँ दुर्गा सरस्वती माँ,
काली भवानी माँ दुर्गा सरस्वती माँ।
मंदिर मंदिर तू ही पुकारी, फूल चढ़े सब क्या जाने, मंदिर मंदिर तू ही पुकारी, फूल चढ़े सब क्या जाने, तुम ही शक्ति शक्ति माँ दुर्गा माता जय जय माँ, बोलो काली भवानी माँ दुर्गा सरस्वती माँ,
काली भवानी माँ दुर्गा सरस्वती माँ,
बोलो काली भवानी माँ दुर्गा सरस्वती माँ,
काली भवानी माँ दुर्गा सरस्वती माँ।
यही मेरा आशा है माँ मैं दिन रात पुकारे माँ, यही मेरा आशा है माँ मैं दिन रात पुकारे माँ, सिद्धि करो अरज हमारी, जय जय शेरा नाम तुम्हारी, बोलो काली भवानी माँ दुर्गा सरस्वती माँ,
काली भवानी माँ दुर्गा सरस्वती माँ,
बोलो काली भवानी माँ दुर्गा सरस्वती माँ,
काली भवानी माँ दुर्गा सरस्वती माँ,
बोलो काली भवानी माँ दुर्गा सरस्वती माँ,
काली भवानी माँ दुर्गा सरस्वती माँ,
बोलो काली भवानी माँ दुर्गा सरस्वती माँ,
काली भवानी माँ दुर्गा सरस्वती माँ।
जय अम्बे दुर्गे जगदम्बे काली माँ, जय जय जगदम्बा तो शेरा वाली माँ, जय अम्बे दुर्गे जगदम्बे काली माँ, जय जय जगदम्बा तो शेरा वाली माँ, माँ हो माँ,
माँ हो माँ,
माँ हो माँ, माँ हो माँ, जय अम्बे जय जय अम्बे, जय अम्बे दुर्गे जगदम्बे काली माँ, जय जय जगदम्बा तो शेरा वाली माँ, जय अम्बे दुर्गे जगदम्बे काली माँ, जय जय जगदम्बा तो शेरा वाली माँ। ओ जय 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 सरस्वती माता, जय 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 जगदम्बे माता, ओ जय 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 सरस्वती माता, जय 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 जगदम्बे माता, ओ जय अम्बे जय जय अम्बे, जय अम्बे दुर्गे जगदम्बे काली माँ, जय जय जगदम्बा तो शेरा वाली माँ, जय अम्बे दुर्गे जगदम्बे काली माँ, जय जय जगदम्बा तो शेरा वाली माँ, माँ हो माँ,
माँ हो माँ, माँ हो माँ, माँ हो माँ।
ओ जय 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 अग्नि माता, जय 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 तेरी जय 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 अग्नि माता, जय 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 कटेरी माता, ओ जय अम्बे जय जय अम्बे, जय अम्बे दुर्गे जगदम्बे काली माँ, जय जय जगदम्बा तो शेरा वाली माँ, जय अम्बे दुर्गे जगदम्बे काली माँ, जय जय जगदम्बा तो शेरा वाली माँ, माँ हो माँ, जय 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 दुर्गा माता, जय 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 भद्रकाली माता, ओ जय 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 दुर्गा माता, जय 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 भद्रकाली माता, ओ जय अम्बे जय जय अम्बे, जय अम्बे दुर्गे जगदम्बे काली माँ, तो जय जगदम्बा तो शीरा वाली माँ, जय अम्बे दुर्गे जगदम्बे काली माँ, जय जय जगदम्बा तो शीरा वाली माँ, माँ ओ 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 माँ,